What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and here we are, spoiler-free. We can talk about Game of Thrones forever.
We can speculate.
There's no more issues, and I gotta be honest, it feels really good to not be stressed. I felt like a giant load was taken off of my back personally. How do you feel now that we're caught up?
Yes, there is a sense of relief, kind of like, I mean, not necessarily I have my life back, but like, but kind of have my life back. I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Hi to everybody.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Welcome to another live stream. We ever since we kind of like started this show and we got like really into it, we've been wanting this specific moment for a while.
Yeah.
Just to be able to let loose, have fun, chat about the show.
Google everything.
Yes. So it's just, I could finally talk freely and openly with the people at work about the show and not worrying about them slipping up and saying something stupid.
Yes, our very close friends that are.
We don't have to like hide anymore from them.
I don't have to say, don't tell me.
Yeah.
Don't say anything.
We can actually be like, so how about that ending, huh? Cool, right? So it definitely feels really good, and we're really excited for the trailer, which is supposedly coming out this weekend. I've heard. I hope that's true, and really excited for season 8. It's going to be friggin' epic. And the prequel series, Game of Thrones, is rolling and rolling and rolling, and this ain't stopping anytime soon. And I'm really excited about that. I'm probably going to get the books on tape. You going to read any of the books?
I would like to read them.
Yeah. I'm not much of a reader.
I feel like listening to them is the same as like, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But like similar to like watching it.
Yeah.
Somebody said, how did we get through it? It was spoiler free. It's because we had 10 moderators.
Yeah. And really,
10 folks.
Yeah.
And thank you to all 10 of you.
Exactly. And really, it's one of our patrons and one of our buddies asked us specifically like how we got through it, like me specifically being at work around a bunch of people all the time. And it's like, I basically told him like my brain doesn't really retain things that I want to remember. So I have no problem not retaining things that I don't care about. And whenever the goofs at school were talking about
Richard J, thank you.
The goofs at work were just kind of talking about Game of Thrones. Like I would just zone out, walk away, and be like, I don't even know what they were talking about. So it was just one of those things where
it's just, one of those things where it's like, oh, well, that doesn't really mean anything to me, so I'm not gonna do this.
But the funny thing is, now that we're all caught up and going through this, I hear Game of Thrones stuff everywhere now. It's like I watch my little Star Wars show on YouTube, and they talk about winter is coming, and they talk about Littlefinger, and they talk like I'm like that stuff would never translate into my brain because I never knew what it was or cared. But real quick, we do have a little bit of a rundown today. We're going to kind of put a little bow on season 8.
I'm just trying to read you guys.
Yeah,
that's why I'm looking over here.
We're going to put a little bow on season 7, kind of see what our feelings and thoughts are now that it's kind of digested a little bit. We're going to go into a little bit of our thoughts about season 8. We're going to read all of our Patreon questions. We put a little post on Patreon. You should go check us out over there. All of our extended reactions are there, and you get other fun little perks as well. There's a link, I believe, down below. And then we're going to announce, is that next? But yeah, we're going to take some of your live stream questions, of course, too. We're never going to ignore you guys. Can't do that. And then we're going to announce the show, which has the really, 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 really difficult task of taking over Game of Thrones' spot as our premium show. So we're going to do that at the end. A lot of you have already kind of speculated. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're not right. We'll have to find out later. But now that season 7 is over and the show, we're all caught up. Do you have any other new, fresh thoughts about what happened in that crazy, crazy show?
Fresh thoughts?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Anything
Rob, thank you. Fresh thoughts. It was a lot, to be honest.
Like how
Jackson Ranger, thank you. Ice and Fire, it's a good video. Okay. That is on our list.
It is on our list. Yeah, we're gonna the other thing that I can tell you guys right now, we're gonna have a day of the week dedicated. We've been talking about this for a little while. We're going to have a day of the week dedicated to Game of Thrones. We're going to hit all the fun little extra content. We have a couple extra little ideas that we're going to do on our own, but it's going to be For the Throne Fridays. Since they're working this For the Throne thing for the next season, we're going to make it For the Throne Friday, since we're going to basically use that to build up to the next season. So For the Throne Fridays, it's going to be fun. We're going to have lots of good, goofy, fun, great content that we kind of react to keep this Game of Thrones thing going.
I was tired. I'm tired. But no, just, I mean, fresh thoughts, not really.
How epic was some of that stuff? Like the dragon.
Amazing, man. I mean, like, that's one of my children say, "Mommy, dragons, mommy, like, dude, I'm all about it." Like, this is my life now. Yeah, this is my life now.
I think this is my favorite shirt, by the way. Thank you guys for that.
Yes. Just Josh DeRose. The end of Game of Thrones will be a climactic hockey game. Wait, hold on. Hockey game between the White Walkers and the living. It's true. Yeah, it's true. 100%.
I thought the way they ended this was really, really strong. We get a lot of. They definitely leave you hanging with a whole bunch of stuff. The friggin' Night King just blew a gigantic hole into the wall and just marching hundreds of thousands of White Walkers through the wall, which is just so insane.
That's upsetting. I was upset.
I mean, Littlefinger got punked.
That was dope ass.
Sansa and Arya working together like a couple G's. That was absolutely spectacular. And I think it's safe to say now that Sansa has learned how to play the Game of Thrones. What do you think?
I think she's good. With some assistance from Arya.
From no one?
From no one.
Does that mean... So, we are going to talk about theories a little bit because I'm personally a theory junkie when it comes to, like, Star Wars and Marvel movies. Like, I love reading theories. I think it only enhances the experience. And I don't view them anything close to a spoiler because they're theories. They're not meant to be true. And if something comes true and it plays out on screen, I think that makes it even more exciting. Now, reading leaks and script stuff like that, that's completely different territory. But theories, I'm all in on theories. I absolutely love theories.
Raz Hellion, thank you.
So we're gonna talk about. I picked a couple theories that we're gonna discuss too. Get Nikki's thoughts on those. Because I'm super into theories. But do you think if Littlefinger is dead, do you think Arya is going to take advantage of that and use his face to get to Cersei?
I never thought of that.
Or get to anyone else?
Cool. Like what? Yeah, that would be dope AF.
Yeah, right. That would be.
See,
really
I had
awesome.
there was. Should we? One of the questions.
We'll get to them.
Okay, about that. But I guess, we'll wait on that. But somebody asked if there was, if you could bring back anyone.
Oh.
Who would it be? Villain or otherwise?
On this show?
Ari, thank you. Really appreciate you guys and the effort you put into your vids to get me through those bleak office mornings. You guys rock. Favorite scene of all of Game of Thrones. Favorite scene? Oh, and SAA Designer 07. Love your reaction to the series. Best show ever. Yes, it is. How
about John waking up being the best scene?
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was intense. That was intense. So John, I actually got a little bit of throwback at me, a little shade thrown at me for not showing John's butt,
dude,
in the part 2 video.
I need some.
I don't think that's YouTube's friendly, people. Okay. I don't think I could do that.
It was Nikki friendly, though.
It was Nikki liked it very much. I am very comfortable with myself, too.
His butt was amazing, though.
How do you know that was really his and not like...
I don't care. Whoever's butt that was.
How do you know it wasn't enhanced?
Fantastic. That was...
Visual effects.
Glorious.
Yeah, glorious.
You know what, though? But we've seen Daenerys' booty, and her booty is amazing. It looks like a real butt.
It is a real butt.
No, what I'm saying, though, it's not, like, overly worked out.
Thank you, Eric.
Eric, do you guys feel like Jon Snow might be on limited time, like Melisandre has brought him back to life only long enough to stop the White Walker? I don't know, possibly.
I mean, I got the feeling that Jon's got unlimited time at this point. I mean, like surviving that water.
Jenny Grand, yes, it is probably our all-time favorite show.
Yeah, we'll definitely talk about that. That's one of our questions that we're going to hit on.
Yes.
But John got brought back to life, and I mean, no normal person survives not only swimming in that frozen water, but then laying on the ice for a little bit. Like, I don't know if he's on. I don't think he has. He might have 9 lives like a cat or something.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, come on, he was in ice water.
Yeah, I mean,
for however long and didn't die.
And they had to rip his clothes off because they were frozen on him.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, they had to.
That was absolutely
basically
insane.
Crack them off.
Yeah,
what happened?
There's a Littlefinger theory that's floating around that we need to watch, which seems pretty interesting. It has something to do with him not being dead, I believe, and him of like kind of hiring someone to be no one for him. Because
really,
I mean, we could jump into some theories and some thoughts about this. I believe Littlefinger is dead. I believe that he got played, and I think he might have gotten a little confident, even though it really doesn't fit into his character completely, especially after multiple times talking to Sansa about like, just expect the worst from everybody, expect that everyone's going to betray you and backstab you. I don't see why that would change now just because he's dealing with 2 younger people. What do you think? Do you think Littlefinger legitimately got played? Do you think we'll see him again? If he hired someone to be no one, would that mean he had to give up his face? Like, how does that work? That magic stuff is trippy and weird and crazy.
I'm like kind of speechless when it comes to that because it's like, shoot, I don't even know. I don't even know.
It's crazy thought, right?
It is. Because, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he did have, like, some kind of backup plan or something. Like, what if something happens to me? Will this happen?
I would find it really hard to believe.
Like, if something happens to me, then these things and this and this and this has to happen.
Yeah. I would find it. The guy seemed so in touch and on edge all the time that I just couldn't imagine that happening to him. But I'm on board with him being dead. Like, I think that scene was absolutely spectacular. Sansa absolutely crushed it and rocked the whole thing. And Arya,
he was begging. That was pretty freaking awesome.
And Arya just going in there and like not even hesitating, and slicing. That was amazing.
Slice it open.
And just the idea that like that Littlefinger's like, no one ever saw any of that happen, and then Brandon's in the back just like, yeah, I saw that, and you said this in direct quotes, which just I just love seeing the Stark kids just rule and rock and do awesome stuff. Like they're really awesome. But we're gonna jump into some theories, and I wrote a couple down.
Somebody says Dany dies in childbirth. Why would you say that? That's not nice.
Hey, again, I mean, we could just jump right into like I'm doubling down on my prediction from what I said at the end of the last video, where maybe everyone doesn't die, but I am fully anticipating. Like I am excited at the idea of the Night King coming in and just wrecking everybody, just turning everyone into his servants, having Jon stand next to the throne while he's a friggin' White Walker, like as the Night King is sitting on the throne. Like, I know you want a happy ending, but as Ramsay has famously said, if you think this has a happy ending, you are not paying attention. And
yeah, Sophie, Steven, you are savage.
Yeah, I mean, how Sava, right?
This chat is going by really fast.
I know. We got over 1,000 people hanging out.
Damn, you guys.
I want to close this. Yeah, I don't think anything in this show was ever on accident, and I don't think it would kind of suck. Like, even though Ramsay was a spectacular character, it would suck if his quote is the one that lives forever on this show. Like 30 years from now, it's like, oh yeah, that Ramsay guy was right. Everything went to hell because the Night King just rolled in with his blue fire spitting dragon. Where, how do you kill that guy? How do you kill him? Do you stick some dragon glass on the scorpion?
That would be dope.
And try to harpoon it? Like,
That's like solid. I didn't think about that. That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I mean,
trying to figure out ways to kill him.
together.
Yeah. I mean, if they work together, we know you can't really ever trust Cersei. And
no, and that's another thing.
Another thing that popped into my head, I went back and watched all of Brandon's visions that he had, because I just find those super fascinating. The scene of the shadow of the dragon flying over what we believe is to be King's Landing. What if that's not Daenerys and her dragons? What if that's the Night King with his dragon?
Okay, yeah.
Flying
so
over King's Landing.
He brought that up. What was it, last night?
Yeah.
And I didn't even think about that.
Because all we see is the shadow, and you can't really tell. I didn't see any holes in the wings and the shadows, because, I mean, that. What do we even call him?
What?
The Night King's dragon.
It's Viserion.
Thank you, Robert. Do we call him Viserion 2.0 or the White Viserion, or what do we What's the name for him? Is there a?
Well, I mean, it's not Viserion anymore, because
Viserion
that's not
died.
his soul anymore.
He died.
I mean, you know how I am with the things. But yeah, I would just call it the White Viserion. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. I don't like it.
I don't want to call him that. But 2.0 is 2.0 would signify the idea that it's an improved version. And it's not an improved version. He might be more dangerous and more badass, but not a better version.
Yeah, see, the White Viserion sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
I'm trying to censor myself a little
My
bit.
favorite theory that I found, and this is something
Chris, thank you. You should react to the Avatar: The Last Airbender. Actually,
we have it on DVD.
Our moderator Eric sent us that.
My favorite theory that I read, and it's something that Nikki kind of touched on pretty early on in this show, the idea that Brandon is somehow connected to the Night King.
Oh, people don't like it when we talk about that.
What?
The Night King and Bran look.
They don't like it?
No, they don't like it.
Well, like I said,
some folks.
Yeah,
just some.
I love theories. We're going to talk about theories. Nikki doesn't read theories. I'm a sucker for them. I love them and all the stuff that I watch.
He does look like the Night King. That's what I'm saying.
How about the idea? And this is a discussion that me and one of the guys at my work, which is really hard to avoid having any conversations with him and hiding the idea that I'm watching Game of Thrones, because he's read every book. He's watched every video. He's seen every season 10 times. He's a legitimate encyclopedia on Game of Thrones. So it's always really hard to not go into work and go right into his office and be like, oh my God, John's alive. Just at the idea that he might slip up. But yesterday, after being all caught up, we had a nice talk. And what about the idea, just like he did with Hodor, what if Brandon hoarded into the Night King and got trapped? Ward. And that whole time
is a Sith Lord.
That's great.
Sorry.
Just the idea that not only ignore the idea that their nose is the same, they look the same. What if the Night King is functioning or Brandon is functioning as the Night King, which is why maybe he's always just standing at John, be like, that's my brother. I can't go hurt him.
No.
You don't like that idea? I love it. I think it would be amazing.
I just think they look similar, but obviously...
Well, we saw the guy get turned into him.
I know, we saw the character get turned into the Night King, so obviously they're not the same person. Right. But it's just...
But he has the ability to...
When I was watching it was just weird, because I'm like, they have the exact same nose. I'm just saying.
I could already tell Nikki's uncomfortable about theories.
I don't particularly... Because I don't know why. I'm like, we were so... Thank you. Is it Ray, Anthony? What if Littlefinger started Rhaegar and Lyanna Lot? What? What if Littlefinger started the Rhaegar and Lyanna Lot? I wouldn't doubt it. Wouldn't put it past him for a second. I believe it. I believe he would do something like that.
Totally. That totally sounds like a little.
And hi to everybody who's just joined. And thank you guys. What was I saying before? I get so distracted so quick.
Something about the theories.
Oh, so since we've been no spoilers. Thank you, Brian Young. You need to watch Red. I know.
Yeah, we'll watch.
I don't want to cry anymore though.
Yeah.
we've been so like, no spoilers, no spoilers. I still feel like something's going to happen and somebody's going to spoil it for season 8, even though technically or not technically. Some people say that some people know things and some people say that they don't know anything.
Yeah.
But like that somebody's going to spoil it for season 8 and I'm going to be pissed off. Like, I hate it when somebody tells me something that I don't want to know. And it's like.
The books haven't come out yet. They're still waiting to find out if John woke up. It's been
in
like,
a book?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's been like 6 or 7 years or something.
Thank you, Chris.
That idea of just like, if you're a hardcore book reader before you're a show watcher, like, could you imagine they're still waiting like 7 years? They don't know if John wakes up. That's like just absolutely crazy. 8 years. That's absolutely crazy to me that like Mr. George is just leaving people hanging.
I love that name.
Connor.
That was going to be the baby's name if it was a boy.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Steve Jr.
It was going to be Stephen Connor.
And then my other favorite theory that I saw, which I think we might have.
Okay, Neverland said there's been no leaks for season 8.
Yeah.
Some people claim
like
that
I saw someone mention the idea of like
the
people
search
flying.
For the truth.
I heard one person mention like the idea that people are trying to like fly drones over sets to get set. Like, I don't view set pictures like unless there's like a dead body and like a bunch of stuff going on. Like, I don't seek that stuff out, but it also, again, my brain doesn't retain a lot. So like if I just look at something and I walk away, like I'm not going to remember it anyways. That's just not how my brain works. Many years of getting hit in the head from football and stuff. Would have to probably blame that. I had brain problems way before you showed up.
Anyways, no, but like, yeah, I've been so scared of spoilers and like,
am I supposed to be doing
anything,
this?
Don't look at anything. If you see anything with GOT, I like get nervous and like, I don't want to see it. But then like, okay, well now we're allowed to like think about what could possibly happen. Yeah. I feel like I'm doing something bad.
I love theory. I like every day when like, the moment we get close to like Star Wars, me and my buddies at work, we're going to just sit down in a room and just talk about theories. And if they're right, cool. If they're not, cool. Like Bran.
What if Bran is Bran the builder who built the wall?
That would be pretty friggin' amazing too.
But
I read a little because he could warg into people. He could be anybody.
Can he warg into people in the past?
Yeah, he did that with Hodor when he was young.
No.
Yes, he did. How do you think he made him start having a seizure and start going, hold the door, hold the door? He warged into him twice, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he warged into an old, like a young Hodor, right?
Bran warged into past Hodor. I don't know why.
He could do anything.
Everything's starting to blend together.
Yeah, I mean, we watched 70 episodes or something in like 5 months. It's kind of a lot. But my other favorite theory, and I think we might have talked about this in the moment when one of these scenes happened, but what if Tyrion is also a Targaryen? Why? The Mad King could have had an affair with Tyrion's mom. Could explain why Tywin hates Tyrion so much. It could explain why Tywin, as Tyrion was about to kill him, said, "You are no son of mine." It would completely make sense that the dragons would allow him to touch them.
See, Tyrion is not a fucking Targaryen.
Why not?
Thank you.
Why
He's
not?
just not, dude, because...
How many people have gotten close to a dragon in this show? Up close and personal.
Jon and Dany.
Exactly. And what are they?
What? Wait a second. Hold on. What is it? I missed that. Hold on. Wait. No. Somebody said something. Wait. Go back. All right. Bree, that's not appropriate.
I think that's a lot of fun to think that.
No, somebody said something about the Mad King raped Tywin's wife. What? Hold on. Wait, where did it go? Now it's
chat is moving so fast.
Wait. King raped Joanna Lannister, Tywin's wife. You think so?
I think it's fun. I don't know if it's true. I mean, I would be shocked if it came out that way.
Jamie, thank you. Oh, wait, hold on. It says, my theory Daenerys win over Night King. Cersei attacks and takes hostages and prepares to defend against the remaining dead at King's Landing. King's Landing battle sees Cersei wins.
One thing kind of along those lines, one thing that we didn't really get any information on.
Oh, Rob, thank you. Wonder why Baelish didn't request a trial by combat. Glad he did in, but he wasn't smart. Should have bailed when Bran told him chaos is a letter, right?
Yeah, that's true. If that's really Littlefinger.
If that really is your name, sir.
The one thing that I kind of hit on and kind of noticed when editing, I still got to do, if there's patrons in here, I'm a little behind on the extended just because it was really long and it takes a lot of time to get that done. But what did Tyrion say to Cersei to get her to come back out? Did they make peace? Did they have a truce? Did they?
He probably promised her that he would. Oh,
give her Jon and Daenerys.
That's why Tyrion was looking at them like when they went into the room together. Probably also slightly jealous.
Probably very jealous.
Just saying. I mean, because Daenerys is hot AF.
And apparently every man and woman that comes across her falls in love with her.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking, like,
Tyrion will betray Jon and Dany.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I mean,
because why would he, like? I don't know. That's just weird.
Not if he's a Targaryen, he won't. If he's a Lannister, yeah, sure.
I think. I don't know. Many Targaryens' moms die during childbirth.
Ooh, that's fun.
Cersei's not pregnant. I think she's still lying. But
I mean, can you really ever trust anything that she ever says?
No.
So, all right, we're gonna jump into some of our Patreon questions now.
Okay.
We got a nice handful of them, and again,
thank you, Rainey. Is Dany pregnant? He said challenge accepted, which I fucking love that shit. So much for censoring myself.
Yeah.
Just saying. I think maybe they might be.
Yeah, I think there's a.
I
think there's an Aegon Targaryen baby in her.
Well,
that sounds so weird. I feel like I'm talking about a different person.
Right.
How about twins?
That'd be interesting. That would be very interesting. Okay, so let's get into the questions from our patrons.
Remember, you could always check out our Patreon link down below. Fun little perks there. Primarily, the extended reactions are the big perk. But you get first vote, you get first dibs on questions, you get stuff like that.
Connor.
What did Connor say?
I mean, did you see that ass? That shit would impregnate anything.
Devin kicking off the Patreon questions with a couple non-Game of Thrones related questions. What are predictions for Stranger Things season 3? And what did we think about the time jump in The Walking Dead?
Okay, for Stranger Things.
Focus.
I'm sorry, you guys are hilarious.
She's so easily distracted.
No, you guys are so funny.
We'll get to the chat, we promise.
Stranger Things.
It ended with them having fun, winning
at the dance,
winning
and then
the war.
It went into the upside down world.
Over.
Yeah, so I think they're gonna have they're gonna have like an even bigger
fight on their
shadow
hands.
Monster.
I think that all the other numbered children are gonna find a way to meet and get together, and I think that's how they win this war.
Totally.
I think 11 and what was the other number with the other girls? Do you remember? I got to get caught up on all my Stranger Things stuff.
We need to go back to that.
But the other girl that we met in season 2, I think they're going to find a way to recruit other basically powerful kids to kind of take over and eliminate them for good. I don't know if season 3 is the end of Stranger Things, but that's kind of my thought on that. What did you think of the time jump on The Walking Dead?
I mean, it was kind of cool, but then also I didn't really get to see anybody mourning. I mean, technically,
really only got to see Michonne talking to him.
Michonne is mourning still, but I mean, which understandable.
Daryl's out on his own, living in the woods, so maybe he's still grieving.
Mourning, yeah, grieving.
Did you like it though? The time jump?
That's okay. I mean, I want Rick, so
it's going to take a lot of getting used to not have Rick with us. But I thought the episode was still great. I'm not always a huge fan of gigantic time jumps. because there's just so much that needs. How
many years was that?
It's like 6 or 7 or 8, something like that. I want to know what happens in between the stories. Like when there's massive time jumps, I want to find out what happened. I want to know like how they immediately grieved after Rick. I want to know how they rebuilt everything, how they were able to come together. How are they like, they talk about how they split up the communities. They're all on their own. Like why?
Oh, it was a 6-year time jump.
6 years.
Yeah.
But again, it is absolutely amazing seeing little baby Judith handle a gun that she probably shouldn't be able to handle. That was pretty awesome. Rocking Rick's hat and her own mini katana like Michonne. But overall, like I don't generally like time jumps, but they did it well, as long as they give us a lot of explanation.
Oh, some people aren't caught up on The Walking Dead.
Oh, sorry.
We're a reaction channel, though.
Yeah.
We talk about all this stuff.
We're sorry. Sorry. As we talk about how much we hate spoilers.
No.
My bad. We'll avoid that stuff next time. Next question is Luke. He wants to know what our top 5 favorite shows are of all time in order 1 to 5. You have that?
Yes. I'm sorry. I felt really bad now. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spoil anything for anybody. That's awful. I don't like it. I'm sorry. Top 5 series in order. First, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones is definitely number 1 for both of us at the moment. Just to throw that out there.
Number 2 is Dexter, because Dexter. Number 3 is True Blood. 4 is Walking Dead. And 5 is Stranger Things. Because I had to pick. But I love all of them. Like, but I mean, definitely Game of Thrones is top number 1. Top number 1, yes, that would be in 1.
Top number 1.
Yeah, sure. Whatever I said.
My order goes, and a little recency bias here, but I don't know if there's much that will be able to take this off the top. But Game of Thrones is one of the best stories I've ever seen ever. I'm going to put House as my number 2 show. Gregory House is one of my favorite characters in the history of all of television. I absolutely love that guy. Spectacular character. Deep, good stuff, really good show. I'm also going to put Dexter in my top 5. That's going to be my number 3.
Some people are saying, though, that the ending of Dexter.
Yeah,
I didn't like the ending of Dexter.
That was lame. They definitely should have killed him.
I know, right? He's supposed to die.
Or
unless they're going to bring him back.
Well, there were rumors that they were going to bring it back for another season or a movie or something, but just end it. Yeah. I don't know if you'll notice a consistent theme here with me, but I wanted misery at the end of Dexter. I wanted all of his friends and family to find out who he was and what he did, and then have him taken out instead of him disappearing and not everyone knowing what he did. I mean, I feel like that's lazy just because it's going to set you up for later stuff. And then the last show on my list, I couldn't not put this on any of my top lists, is The Simpsons. Grew up on that show.
The Simpsons.
It is.
Thank you, Cam.
One of the longest running, if not the longest running
Full
show
Metal Jacket
on TV. It's a good movie. Is there a TV show, Full Metal Jacket?
Haunting of Hill House. I want to be seen that.
Westworld is better than those. I disagree.
If I've spoiled Dexter for you, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
That one is old.
Yeah. That's you definitely got to be careful.
No, Westworld is not on the list. That hurt my brain.
Yeah,
hurt my brain too much.
I felt like it was
hard to follow.
It was absolutely spectacular how they approached that show. It was extremely different. It was very, very well done. But I felt like they went out of their way to be overly complicated just to screw with the watchers. It was a spectacular show.
Somebody just started watching Dexter. I'm sorry. We can't do anything right.
You just started watching. I'm so sorry. The House of Haunting Hill's on our list too.
But Dexter's so good, regardless. You're gonna enjoy it regardless. Dude,
we can't win.
We can't win. Sorry. This is rough.
Here's a Game of Thrones. Here's a Game of Thrones question from Jess. What life lessons has Game of Thrones taught you?
By the way, Jess, you're fantastic. I just wanted to tell you.
What life lessons did the show teach you?
Okay, so these are my life lessons. Thank you, Connor. You guys should read the books if you love the story so much. The books are story way more details. Yes, I plan on reading the books, the Game of Thrones books. Game of Thrones life lessons. Trust no one, but also don't trust no one because no one is terrifying. Jordan, thank you. What if Cersei is actually pregnant and gives birth to a dwarf baby and she dies in child? Whoa. Whoa.
Irony?
That would be freaking crazy. Another one, be honorable, although it may kill you.
Yeah.
Keep your enemies close. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Just saying. I also want a dragon. That's another life lesson. Dragons need to be a real thing. And then you never know who you're related to.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yes, leave one wolf alive and the sheep are never safe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's a good one. I have one.
Ew, what if Cersei's pregnant with Euron's baby? Ew.
My life
Vicente.
lesson is you either win the game of life or you die. Simple. You either win or you die.
The Expanse is amazing, and I would love to revisit seasons 1 through 3 of this epic sci-fi show with you. Can't wait for season 4. We hear good things.
We have it on DVD.
Yes.
We have it, and it made our final list for vote.
That's right. Power is power.
Power is power, yes.
Death always wins. 2 things are certain, death and taxes.
Rob's got a question. Do you think Dario Naharis will be back in season 8 and turn on Daenerys for leaving him behind in Marine? What are the chances that Dario...
I've said that, though.
Yeah,
I've said that.
What are the chances that Dario is part of this army that Cersei is buying? Because that's where, right? Isn't that where...
Mercenaries.
Isn't that where Daenerys sent him?
Right, to go get, yeah.
So what if he's like leading the army against Daenerys?
Right, Anthony. What if Drogon was off making more dragon babies? But are there other dragons to make babies with?
I don't know how that works.
Are all the dragons males? Can male dragons lay eggs?
I don't know.
Don't you have to be with...
I'm not a dragon expert. I'm not sure. You're the mother of dragons.
I'm going to need some things.
Yeah.
I'm going to need some information.
Dragons are asexual.
Is that what somebody said?
Yes.
Oh. Chaos is a ladder. That's right. Chaos is a freaking ladder. And also, when it rains, it pours. If one bad thing happens, a lot of bad things are going to happen.
Yeah.
Also, if good things are happening, bad things are bound to happen.
Yeah.
If everything's going right, something bad will happen.
I feel like there's a hair on me.
There was. I got it on.
Driving me crazy.
Kim, you guys are great. Try out Vikings. Great show. It's my second favorite after Game of Thrones. Oh. Yeah, we hear some things.
Yeah. So Rob
are you guys related?
Really?
Yeah.
Rob had a second question.
He's my brother.
Rob had a second question. Do you think Jake and Hagar's story is over?
No.
Do you think we'll see him again?
I think so. Because he did. He smiled at Arya like,
yeah. I think
see you again, my dear.
I definitely think that we're like 6 seasons, like there's only going to be 6 episodes and there could potentially be a lot that needs to get crammed into these shows. But I think we're going to see a lot of
6 episodes.
6 episodes. I think we're going to see a lot of the really awesome side characters pop back up at some point somewhere. Their stories aren't over, I don't think. So yeah, I think we'll see them again.
Chris, Night King was a stark look at the Night King was a stark look at the whites from a bird's eye view when the wall fell. It's the shape of a wolf the last season. Oh, I gotta look at that, Chris. Thank you. And then also, looks like Game of Thrones has taught you only negative life lessons. I said be honorable.
Yeah. Connor wants to know if we're going to react to like Honest Trailers, the Jon Snow dinner party, Melisandre baby shower. Yes. That is going to be part of our, if you are joining us now, that's going to be part of our For the Throne Fridays, which will be our day of the week dedicated to Game of Thrones content. We're going to do all the fun stuff. So yes, we're going to
Serial guy wants to know if we have matching tattoos. This is my awful tattoo. It's horrendous.
That's just bad luck. And I got it when
I was like 19. Don't do that, people.
I had plans for more until I promised my mama I wouldn't get any more tattoos. So I'm stuck with the one for now.
Please react to from Julio.
Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. It's my number one alongside. I hear good things about that too. I never got into it. It was just one of those things that, like, you know,
Layla
watching kids and stuff. Yeah,
Layla wants to know how Cersei will die.
White Walker, Jon, or Jaime.
I think.
How did I wrote? I think I wrote down how I think. Oh, I think Cersei's gonna die by the mountain. I think something's gonna happen, and the mountain is gonna turn on her and just fucking kill.
I think the Night King's gonna be responsible for all of them.
Just saying.
I think the Night King's gonna be responsible for everyone's death.
See, Kim Tilton. I think all Lannisters will die. I think Arya will kill Cersei. Well, maybe that's a thing. But I also think that all the Lannisters are gonna fucking die. They're all dying.
The house is done. Will Street wants to know at what point did
Jaime will kill her. That would be epic too.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What point did Game of Thrones really hook us?
Okay, this is gonna sound really bad. But when Ned had to kill Lady.
Would it hit you with that emotion? You can't even talk about it?
I was kind of hooked because I needed to know.
How dare you be so emotional about the animals in this show?
I like animals more than most people. Sorry, but okay, this is why I like animals more than most people. Let me tell you. Hold on. If it wasn't for people, animals wouldn't be put into most situations. So it's like they didn't ask for this. They have no voice. All right, I got it. No, I'm not vegan or vegetarian, which also makes me sad, but I've also considered it.
She's a great actor, y'all, isn't she?
Fuck. Anybody who says that I'm faking, oh, fuck you. No. Rob, poetic if Jaime kills Cersei, King and Queenslayer. Yep, King and Queenslayer.
That would be super dope.
That would be dope.
That would be a hell of a title.
Yeah, where the hell is Ghost? Sophie, I love you too.
So we kind of already touched on this. Nancy wants to know which characters will be basically survive. Do you think both dragons remain? What about the direwolves in the end? Do you think we'll see Nymeria again? Again, I think everyone. I could maybe see Arya getting away, just because she's so sneaky and slick. But I don't know if she'd like bail on her family like that under those circumstances. I don't think we're getting anyone surviving this. Again, I could totally see the Night King just standing tall at the end of this.
Rebecca, thank you. Tyrion will turn on Dany because of the baby. Please watch the Netflix show Godless. It's fantastic.
We will write that down.
And then we also have Josh DeRose. Thank you. Andrew Lincoln should play Bran the Builder.
Andrew Lincoln is a phenomenal actor. That guy is amazing.
Also, Jacqueline, thank you, girl. Thank you for being the best Game of Thrones reaction channel for me. Who do you think will take the throne at the end of the series? Or do you think there won't be a kingdom after it's all over? Honestly, that's a good...
I think the Night King.
I don't think that there's going to be technically a kingdom. I think...
He could still rule a kingdom.
After listening to Steven, I think everyone's going to die. Which sucks.
That's going to be I think we'll be able to hear Game of Thrones fans all at one time just scream and cry. And it's going to be epic. I'm going to try to listen to them. I'm not much of a reader, and I've got a decent commute to work every day, so I'm going to try to get them on tape and listen to them because they are spectacular.
Oh, I haven't. Okay. From Process, thank you. Have you guys heard about Azor Ahai yet? The prophecy says that he will stand against the Night King in the end. Jon, Jaime, or Tyrion, who knows?
Haven't heard about him yet.
No.
KW Entertainment. This is one of my favorite questions.
Yeah, why would the Night King want the throne? He just wants to kill everybody. So
how do we know that? We don't know what his motives are. He hasn't spoken. He hasn't said anything. We don't know what he could be a Stark and just wanting to go back home to Winterfell for all we know.
What?
We don't know. KW Entertainment wants to know, in the entire Game of Thrones series, who do you think had the biggest redemption arc story? And this one was easy for me. What do you think? Who had the biggest redeeming arc? Want me to just go? Because I know what I'm going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to say Jaime. Obviously, his arc still needs to have a conclusion on it. We have seen him, my favorite analysis that I've done on this show was comparing Jaime to a professional wrestling heel. and the idea of trying to redeem him into a baby face. I feel like all season long we've seen him and his character do this, going up and down, up and down. When he's with Brienne, he is a spectacular character.
Yes.
When he's with Cersei, he is a total piece of shit. When he's with Bronn, he is a lot of fun. But the idea that all of this is played out, everything has happened, the idea that he walked out, something clicked finally in his brain that my sister is not right, and walked out on her. We don't know where he's going. We don't know what he's doing. But the idea that he was the idea that he was able to leave, I feel like Jaime easily had the most kind of the biggest redemption story.
And thank you, Travis Michael. What's up, guys? You two are without a doubt the best. Thank you for all the hard work. So glad you can now interact with us. Have a great weekend, guys.
This is this is a moment that we've been waiting for a long time. This is a lot of fun.
I'm still kind of emotional. Like that animal stuff really fucks me up. And anybody who like tries to talk shit to me about it, I'm done, dude.
You're crazy.
I am crazy about that.
Those people are crazy.
Oh, okay. Is that Sifu 100? Thank you. You guys should check out the show Ray Donovan. I've heard about that show actually.
Do you have an idea on who had the biggest redeeming arc?
I mean,
if Jaime,
the Hound has one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Jaime has one.
If Jaime officially leaves Cersei and goes off, then I think he's fully redeemed.
He'll be on my good list. Yes, but I mean, if he stays doing this bullshit, then
I think he'll definitely.
Theon's
a good one.
But I don't know if Theon is so crazy.
Well,
it feels like
it was him and Jon's interaction.
Constantly.
Him and Jon's interaction was really good. That was a really good scene. But Jon still clearly has a bunch of animosity towards him because can you actually really ever forgive Theon for his actions? Like, they were really bad. Like, can he ever fully be redeemed? You know? But yeah, I mean, I love Theon's story. It's been strong. It's been really good. It's been emotional.
Yeah.
So I think those three are the top.
And then can we announce the new show because it's already been 47 minutes and people are still wanting to know.
All right. Well, I'm going to do this to announce the show. I hope it works.
Oh wait, hold on, Rebecca. Rebecca, thank you so much. Gendry and Sansa will marry because Rob and Ned wanted their children to marry. I have a son. You have a daughter. Gendry. It's an interesting speculation.
All right, we're gonna announce the show.
Okay.
We'll get
wait, Heather Feather. Oh.
Can you guys see
Azor
this?
Ahai is another name of the prince that was promised. By the way, you guys should check out The Five. It's on Netflix and it's amazing. Thank you.
I don't think we have an ability to import anything on
any footage.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna play it off the phone. So you guys ready? Coming soon. We are going to be watching Breaking Bad. I did a lot of homework.
There's a lot of excited people here, but also the Revenite. Thank you, Aegon. John last alive doing what he didn't want. King, right? He didn't want to be king.
I did a ton of homework and research on. I've heard dangerous things about this show.
Including strikes on channels.
Yeah, so I did my homework. I did my due diligence on our end for what to kind of do this. We're going to jump into it. We got like 13,000 votes, and it was damn near 50% for Breaking Bad. That's not something that we could ignore. We've never seen it. We don't know anything about, we know less about Breaking Bad than what we did going into Game of Thrones, because I knew Jon Snow's name going into it. I didn't know who he was or anything about him. And we even tried to watch Game of Thrones back in the day, but I haven't even tried.
You tried to watch it. I was not about it.
I mean, you were there.
You told me that a child is pushed out a window, and I was not.
I haven't even tried to watch Breaking Bad. I've seen 0 seconds of the show. I don't know who the main character's name is. I don't know anything about it. So that's going to be it's going to be fun. I hear a lot of really, really great things about that show as arguably being the best drama in the history of television. And it's another AMC show.
Yeah, I'm just worried about strikes and blocking and all that stuff.
I did my homework.
Thank you, CS. Jamie will kill the Night King. He will keep the name he was given for disgracing his honor, the Kingslayer, but its meaning changed. He will be remembered as a hero instead. That would be cool.
And that's why I didn't want to announce it. People are putting spoilers in the comments now. Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm not. Do I need to hide the chat then if people are going to put spoilers?
Hide it. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to have to hide the chat, you guys.
Sorry. That's
pop out chat.
Yeah. Let me just minimize it. Yeah. We're gonna be bringing on some new moderators for Breaking Bad too, by the way. So keep your eyes open for that.
Well, now I can't see anybody saying anything. So
here, Mama
Browse, thank you for the t-shirts and the dragons. How dope would it be if Jon rode Rhaegal into battle alongside Dany and Drogon in season 8? And do you think there could possibly be any more secret Targaryens lurking about that we don't know about yet? If so, who? Well, I mean, I think we talked about Tyrion.
Yeah.
And how dope would it be if Jon rode that would be dope. Dany on Drogon and Jon on Rhaegal. That would be freaking awesome.
Pretty insane.
Yeah. I would love that all day. All day. By the way, I love it when people in the comments are like, I love it all day. I'm like, yes, that's my thing. I love it all day.
And Joe Maggs with probably the most important question that we received, whether in the chat or in the comments or on Patreon. Game of Thrones, non-Game of Thrones related, very serious. Pineapple on pizza, go or no go?
Go.
Hell no. That is gross.
Have you ever had pineapple pizza?
That is like, it's gross.
Amazing.
That is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah. I think we can open up the chat again.
Okay, we'll see.
Fuck pineapple all the way. No, damn it.
Yeah. I mean, even if someone posts a spoiler, like, are we even gonna? We're not gonna.
No, I'm not even gonna know what it means. Yeah. But don't bring it up. Then people are gonna start saying it again. It's
fine. Juliet wants to know how we think Arya and Sansa's arc will end.
Juliet.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said.
I thought I said Juliet.
Huh. How do you think Arya and Sansa's arc will end? I'm not sure. I think they're like
dead, like everyone else.
Stop it. But I think that Pineapple Pizza Eaters unsub. I'm sorry, Green Arrow. No one be a dick and ruin this for us. That's right, Alison. That's right.
Make sure to post. I mean, I think Arya is sneaky enough to get away if something goes down. But again, I don't think she'll bail on her family. I really don't.
Yeah.
That's just my thought.
Can I close this? And then it'll open up in the other thing? Or do I have to do
I don't know how.
Else? Restore the chat. Restore chat. There we go.
David wants to know what our favorite Game of Thrones season is. And I went back and looked at these, and I honestly don't know if there's a debate. I would love to hear what other people have to say about this. What did I write down? Yeah. Like, I think season 6 of Game of Thrones was the best. I mean, I wrote down some stuff here. Obviously, Jon woke up. He was alive. Mm-hmm. That moment is
people are saying season 4, and that was on my that's in my notes. I have a lot of notes from season 4, but
yeah, I mean, season 4, like, we got the Hodor moment, which was one of the more kind of mind-blowing kind of moments about, like, the whole hold the door.
Well, and that's the hold on. That's Bran's visions. Sansa is taken to the boat with Littlefinger. Yeah.
I mean, Battle of the Bastards was one of the greatest fight scenes of anything that I've ever seen on anything ever. And then Winds of Winter, like, they had some of the best episodes ever in that season. So yeah, I decided to go with 6.
Yeah, the Purple Wedding.
Oh yeah. I mean, everyone knows that I'm a Jon Snow fanboy. So just back up was just an iconic moment.
Hey, by the way, we haven't heard from Joffrey in a while. from the pits of hell.
I think he.
How is Joffrey from the pits of hell? Where are you out there, buddy?
I think he turned into Ramsay.
Oh, is that what it is? By the way, Ramsay on Twitter is super nice.
Yeah, you should go follow Ramsay Bolton on Twitter.
On Twitter, he's super nice. Rob said, "Thank you, Rob. Editing skills on point, Steven." On the BB intro.
Thank you very much. I didn't do that.
You can thank Fiverr for that.
Yeah, I outsource all that stuff because I do not have those kind of. I have video editing skills. I do not have After Effects skills, so I can't take credit for that stuff. I just know where to go and how to find it.
Yeah.
So, Dan doesn't have a question. Just loves us so much. Pumped for y'all to start Breaking Bad.
Thanks, Dan.
He had some foresight there. If we could, Daniel wants to know if we could have only one character survive at the end, which character would you choose?
One character survive at the end
from the whole show?
John. I mean, Danny though. I mean,
that's a really tough question.
Davos.
Davos probably deserves it.
I know, right? He's so long. Yeah, Ghost. Where the fuck is Ghost?
He's
to be on Hot Pie, Sansa, Braun.
He's resting.
Braun would be dope too. Braun and Davos. Well, best team ever.
It says one character.
I know, but I can't. No, I can't answer. I can't really answer that question.
Ghost,
Tyrion, Joffrey, or Ramsay.
Let the direwolf.
Joffrey.
Let the direwolf roam free.
I know, right? Let Ghost and Nymeria just run off together and hang out. Oh, Alison, Alyssa. So, what do you guys think Tyrion told Cersei to get her to play along as far as he knows?
Some kind of truce.
Yeah, there's some. He's gonna back. I think he's gonna backstab Daenerys. I really do, which just sucks. But 1-1, yeah. I just because I feel like why else would she be like, all right, I'll come out and play.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a game. It's called Fuck, Marry, or Kill. Davos, Jon, and Tormund. Is that for me?
I hope
that's
so.
For you. Yeah. I would marry Davos. F Jon.
Not Tormund?
And kill Tormund. No. Although, okay, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. That ass, though.
Dan wanted to.
No, Steven, they want your answer.
For what?
Davos, Jon, and Tormund.
I'm going to marry Jon. Marry F or what?
Marry F and kill. I don't know why we can't say fuck. We say fuck all the time.
I know. But it's more prompted. Like, those are like reactions, I guess. Like, fuck! I don't know. No comment. I don't want to kill any of them.
Okay, pick 3 girls. Daenerys, Cersei.
That's too easy.
Melisandre.
I'm killing Cersei.
Okay.
I'm marrying Daenerys.
Okay.
And I guess I would fuck Melisandre.
I know. Oh, but she's old AF though.
Well, she has to wear the necklace.
Yeah.
She has to have the necklace on.
Oh, what about Missandei? She's hot though.
I think she's
super hot.
She might be the most attractive woman on the show.
Noreen, you'd F Tormund maybe before I killed him. We're not talking about this stuff. Yeah. We're gonna have problems in our marriage now.
I'm more worried about my mom watching this.
Oh shit! Hi,
Mom. Dan wanted to know if
Lady Onana. Huh?
Dan really wants to know if Game of Thrones really is our favorite show because Nikki always says, I can't handle this.
I say that about a lot of things. I say that about sometimes when I'm like, when the kids are just going nuts, and I'm like, I can't handle this.
Perfect segue into Gavin's question.
That's a good question.
What
5 characters would be on your small council? Thank you, yo.
That's what it's require. That's like a video. That's like our own video.
5 for small council. I'm writing that down.
Gavin says that us Brits are kings of swearing and love the C word. Just wondering if we're okay with it. When it comes to swearing, I have a very, very dirty mouth.
I mean, you know why.
It's just more about like the comfort of, there's a lot of people seeing us now, and my kids will see this one day, I would have to imagine, and my parents are probably watching here and there. And it's more about
to tell you about our daughter.
It's more about the idea of being respectful and not portraying myself as someone who has a dirty mouth, I guess. But yeah, I mean, you guys watch our reactions. I cuss all the time. So yeah, I don't really have any issues with any words for the most part when it comes to like bad words.
The 6-year-old said the F word in the car today. But she knows that it's bad. And she said, Mommy, I said it in my head. And I was like, well, let's just not say it out loud. Let's just not say that. Bad parents. We're bad parents.
6-year-old trouble.
Zammer Jammer, thank you. You guys are great reactors. I'm just here to endlessly recommend Bates Motel. I'm basically a Jehovah's Witness for that show. You're hilarious. Did anybody watch, what is it called? Scientology Aftermath. They talked about
Nikki
Jehovah's
loves that
Witness.
show.
Excuse me, sir. Can I have a moment of your time to talk with you about Bates Motel? Absolutely.
Nikki loves the Scientology shows.
Yeah.
She's a big fan.
I really like Leah Remini.
She's great.
Leah Littlefinger got the middle finger from Arya. You damn right.
Fernando wants to know. He has a really good theory that maybe
he does have a good theory.
Like, I don't know. I don't think I would do it any justice, and it's really long, so I don't want to read it all. But he has a theory regarding Talisa. I always say her name wrong. Talisa. And the idea that she is always so good about communicating and writing letters to her family. Are we going to see them show up later and cause some problems? And kind of the gist of the theory, I think, again, I'm not going to give it justice because it was really well written and really well thought out. The idea that her family is going to side with Cersei and the Lannisters, basically, and then on their way, her brother is going to find out what happened, and then in battle turn on them and fight with all the other people if it like comes down to that. And the immediate thing I thought about when I was reading this was the scene in Braveheart where William Wallace and his crew were in battle, and the two armies came together and started shaking hands, and then they all turned on the bad guys.
Rainey said, "Can you watch The Expanse once you're done with Breaking Bad?" We have to leave it up to you guys.
Yeah,
it's up to you guys.
We are. I'm going to announce right now that I'm not going to say what or how or when, but when The Walking Dead is on their little break, we might be adding a show that is 1 season long and has a few episodes that we could squeeze in between their mid-season break. Possibility. We'll see if we need a break. But we might do that
Santos,
as a surprise.
Thank you. Will you guys react to Game of Thrones tribute videos till season 8? Probably. I mean, if there's enough stuff to do.
Yeah,
we have a lot of plans for things.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll definitely get
hopefully
there. And Alex wants to know if we're going to rewatch all of Game of Thrones in private.
Yes.
100%.
We watched the first episode of the first season. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah, but it was just so crazy. It's like, oh, the wall. Oh, wildlings. Oh, White Walkers.
Ned.
Yeah, we're definitely going to watch it in the comfort.
I will be skipping over the lady scene, though.
Yeah. Just being able to sit comfortably and kind of take it in
my bed.
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm actually really excited to watch it again.
Who's been with us since we started reacting in our bedroom, like watching it on our bed?
Would you guys be interested in that? And us reacting to our very first reaction?
Yeah. You're the auntie and uncle of YouTube. I'm so thankful I found you.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I'm not the mom and the dad of YouTube.
Someone raise their hands.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, we're going to watch the musical.
Me. Oh, you guys are awesome. Oh, right. Really? Wait, hold on. Really want y'all to watch Sons of Anarchy. I hear good things.
It got a lot of votes in the poll.
Steven Stark, thank you. You should come to Con of Thrones in Nashville in July. That would be dope. And thank you, Kim.
That would be super dope.
That would be so awesome. Night King has a dragon. John has Lyanna Mormont. Damn.
That's a good point. Yeah. That's a child you don't want to mess with.
Somebody sent a meme on Twitter. If Lyanna had a dragon this
Yeah, probably.
Oh,
You
I
wanna read
love
this
you
one?
guys. You guys are awesome.
This is a nice long comment.
Shanna, what do you guys think about? Oh, we're getting more questions on our Patreon page. What do you guys think about the possibility of the dragon death being the Night King's plan from the beginning? Or of him being a green seer like Brandon, basically knowing everything for Viserion? We'll start off with that question.
I would not be at all surprised if
he was a green seer.
Yeah, if he had those kind of powers as well.
Being able to like warg through people.
Like, I don't know if it has anything to do with that, but like the idea that like he grabbed Brandon in one of the visions, like he looked up at the crows as they were flying around.
They touched him.
Like
yeah,
like that would kind of lead me to believe that the Night King has those kind of powers as well.
Solid. I think that I would agree with that. And
his plan to get a dragon, yeah, I think he was strategic in that. Even though he's like an Olympic freaking javelin thrower.
Right? Solid.
That was pretty.
Mean, awful though.
It was kind of goofy, but awesome
dragon,
at the same time.
That's my dragon. Thank you. Is it Juso Tasku? I wish I lived closer so I could send you guys one of my Game of Thrones art pieces my mom has made me. We'll tweet you a pic of them. Much love from Finland. Awesome. Thank you. I mean, Finland would be cool too. And then also, poor Viserion. I wonder how Dany will react to seeing her baby like that. Don't even get me started.
How about the idea to fight her baby like that?
Yeah, having to kill her baby. Having to watch her baby die twice. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Or better yet, how do you think she'll react to Jon being her nephew if Jon decides to tell her or word slips?
That's one of the more intriguing moments.
Because I wanted to ship them so bad together, and then they finally...
I think if Daenerys finds out exactly who he is, I think it all depends on how Jon acts. If Jon suddenly wants to be like, oh, I'm actually the heir, then okay, I'm going to follow through with my blood family's line and take the throne. I think Daenerys will have a big problem with that.
Yeah.
If he's more, and this is what I expect.
If he sticks with the I don't want to be king.
Right. And just the idea of standing by Daenerys' side and supporting her in her quest to be queen, I think she'll be fine with it.
Mm-hmm. Do you think she wants to marry him anyways?
Maybe.
Probably. I mean, if they're okay with it, I don't know. I just love them.
I mean, it doesn't really make them...
They're just so cute together. The way the show makes you think, it's like, oh, you want them to be together.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So you're okay with them incest, but not okay with Jaime and...
Well, they're just dirty, though. They know that they're related. They know.
The interesting thing is with the two of them getting married is that technically they're both Targaryens. Wouldn't it be more beneficial to her to marry another powerful house leader?
I don't know if they want to keep the bloodline.
That's something that Littlefinger always talked about.
Like, yeah, Jon won't challenge the throne. He's not that dude. That's not you.
Again, he doesn't know that he's heir, so that could change your opinion on things. You never know.
Yeah.
But of course, he's Ned Stark through and through, so he's going to do the honorable thing. I would have to imagine, stick to his word.
Yeah. Where's all your Game of Thrones stuff?
On the shelf.
Everywhere.
On the shelf inside.
Literally everywhere.
Yeah. We don't have it displayed up here anymore because we were able to display it inside and other parts of the house.
Yeah, since we have the shelf now, we can put most of it there, and then I have another bookshelf in the other room that we can display it. I love all that stuff, by the way. And then another. Oh, thank you, Alex.
Oh, and that was
You're so sweet. Okay, Zammer Jammer. Oh, okay. No, I already read that one.
John Hampton wants to know if you ever basically, did you ever think the wall was going to come down?
No, I never thought about that. But like, what a way to have it go down.
He says it entered his mind the first time he saw it.
Really?
I
like how? I
mean, we don't
so big.
Yeah, I didn't actually.
That's what she said.
Hopefully,
mm-hmm.
I actually didn't. Like, I know it had kind of been talked about before. Like they always say, like the wall has stood for this many years. I just couldn't ever come up with an idea about what could be powerful enough to bring the wall down. I guess. Yeah. But if I knew that the Night King had a dragon that could spit blue fire, then I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, I could see the wall coming down.
Yeah.
But you didn't know.
Oh, Dan, wanted to apologize after hearing that the Breaking Bad DVDs I sent may be censored. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Are they censored?
It's okay.
That's fine. That's okay. Don't feel
can
bad
still
at
enjoy
all.
them.
I know. We will still enjoy them.
Let's see if any other more, because those are all the Patreon questions that I brought up, and we announced the show already. So now it's onto the chat and probably start wrapping this thing up a little bit.
I don't want anyone to ever feel bad. You guys are awesome.
Don't ever feel yeah.
Ross, thank you. Love you guys, and your reactions always bring me so much joy when I see you have a new upload. Thank you. I didn't think that this would ever be my life, but this is my life now.
I mean, this legitimately changed.
Raising kids and being a YouTube content creator. That's so weird. I still don't tell people. Like, I was at the doctor yesterday, and she's like, "Oh, what do you do?" I'm a stay-at-home mom. That's it.
How do you guys?
That's it. But
for all you people out there who know about it, how do you guys feel about this Article 13 nonsense? Leave some thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, Article 13. Jon Snow versus Rick Grimes. Jon Snow's winning. Unless Rick brings a gun.
Well, right. He's got advanced weaponry that he could use. Jon has a sword. A really good sword.
And Jackson, I can't say that. I don't what? I don't know what that is.
Oh, hey, Eva.
Have you ever been recognized on the street?
I got recognized for my jiu-jitsu channel once, but I was at a UFC fight and some guy was just
hey, Eva! Eva's here. Age of the Witch.
Someone just pointed at me randomly and was like, "Do you make jiu-jitsu videos?" I was like, I thought he wanted to like beat me up or something. I was like, yeah, that's me.
Article 13 is a joke. If that goes through, it'll be the end of many things. I doubt it will go through. I kind of hope not. I mean, I don't even understand
it basically, what Article 13 is, it would basically eliminate any content in the European areas. So like the UK and
all the UK reactors are donezo?
Yeah.
That sucks. Why are they gonna ruin it for everybody?
The way I understand it is that unless you're posting videos that you could prove you own every single bit of piece of that content that's in there, then you're gonna get blocked.
So what's left?
Vlogs
and makeup reviews.
Basically.
Eric, thank you.
Like even like on social, like I heard it stretches all the way even to social media. And I actually did some research on the areas that would be affected. And based off of our lifetime views on our channel, like 25% of our views come from that part of the world. So that's going to be absolutely insane if that happens and goes through. It's just, you know.
Eric says, best reaction channel on YouTube, hands down. As I mentioned on Insta, I work on Game of Thrones location tour. Yes, Eric! Would be an honor to show you pivotal locations and meet the Northern Inuit, and then played summer in Greywood. That would be so. That is now
our dream trip.
Yes, and then TNS93, thank you. GRR Martin said that the end will be bittersweet for Game of Thrones.
Well, if it's bittersweet, then that would kind of throw out my theory, because there'll be nothing sweet. Well, I think it would be sweet if the Night King was ruling at the end.
And then thank you, Vincent, big fan from the North Michigan. You guys are great. But also back to Eric. Oh, and Jordan. Jordan, thank you. Someone said Lost was spoiled. What was a spoiler? I know what happens.
Yeah, we kind of know.
But that's years and years ago.
Yeah, I actually, when one of my buddies brought up the idea of, like, we were talking about the channel, and he kind of told me how it all kind of ends. And
yeah,
we're not going to talk about that because we already spoiled something else earlier. We're not going to reveal that in case someone doesn't know.
Yeah.
But we basically know the big kind of how it ends.
But back to Eric. But like that, we're actually seriously thinking about it in terms of saving up and
trying to figure out a way to get there, because that would be an absolutely amazing trip.
Children.
Yeah, of course.
With children. And then we have, thank you, Alex Gilbert. If there was a 50-50 of you getting eaten right there or him letting pet ride, would you meet Drogon? I don't know, though. I mean, wild animals in general, I'm terrified.
Can I just say hi from afar?
And I'll be like, what's up? I saw you okay, we're good.
One of the other questions on Patreon was, do you think Cersei will join the Night King? Does one join the Night King without becoming a White Walker?
Oh, I don't know. Jenny said that Finland has Game of Thrones ice hotel. That would be dope.
That's pretty insane. Super dope. Let's see if there's anything on Twitter. Because I posted a link there too.
Okay.
Favorite animal?
All these people that are saying F you, are you saying it to us?
Yeah,
What's up with Project Blue Book? We're still thinking about that.
Project Blue Book.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, if we have room for if we have room for really one,
interesting.
Yeah, if we have room for it in the live show, we'll watch that show live. I don't think there's anything going on at the beginning of January. It depends on how many seasons it is. So yeah, we'll definitely give that a shot. That'd be fun. Live stream question.
Hi, Dennis.
It's a tough one.
What do you think Melisandre's role will be in season 8? Will Bronn get his fucking castle, right? Fuck. Poor guy. I mean, like, he's promised so much.
I don't know what Melisandre's role going to be.
No.
Like, what's her state of mind right now?
Aw, wait.
I'm not even sure.
Linda Nadler, thank you. I've already fallen in love with you guys. Keep up the awesome work. Anna said, Jaime doesn't have the biggest redeeming arc. He left Bronn behind with Cersei. She even asked if he was going to execute him, and he walks out alone. Jaime. And again, this stream will be upload or saved to YouTube. So if you guys can't see it, it'll be up later.
Yeah, we always make these available for everybody.
Jordan, thank you. Not a spoiler about Lost. If you heard they were dead the whole time, that's not true. It's a big misconception about the show. Regardless, keep up the good work. I know it's not.
It's along those.
It's not it's not that. I know it's not that. Michael Turner reacts. Thank you. You guys hear about the best character in the game is still alive? Littlefinger, baby. What?
You think Littlefinger's still alive?
No.
I mean, again, it's possible, but we've seen some really crazy, magical, weird shit go down in the show. So I wouldn't put it past him to have,
honestly,
like the idea that
sorry, mommy tired.
The idea that, again, talking about Littlefinger, the idea that he would have that conversation with Brandon and then Brandon like basically reveal to Littlefinger that he knows stuff. I think that might have set off a red flag. I got to be honest. Like, I think he's dead. I don't think we're going to see him again. But that theory makes a whole ton of sense just because he's.
Do you think that Littlefinger was being faced by Jack and Hagar?
It could be somebody. It's just the whole idea that he suddenly now puts his guard down and isn't.
Bran would have seen through the face. Possible.
Well, yeah.
Littlefinger is from Bravo, so the dead person is probably a faceless.
Again, but that's something that, like, they have the ultimate like ace in their back pocket with Brandon because he could see anything.
Boyd, thank you. And then server test. Can you repeat everything you said because I was baking cupcakes and missed it all? Right on top of that, as soon as you send us some cupcakes.
Boom. Yeah, so like it wouldn't put it past me for Littlefinger to have a plan in place, but at the same time, Brandon could see that because he's likely keeping his eye on Littlefinger eyes since he's the three-eyed raven.
Yeah. Rob says, "What do you guys think of Varys' game is for season 8? What do you think it?"
I think he's going to continue to put himself in position to be alive.
Yes, it's all about self-survival
until it becomes too late and everyone dies.
And then do you? I mean, I think we've already talked about this, but Arya taking Littlefinger's face to go kill Cersei, which that would be dope AF.
And apparently,
will you react to Stranger Things, Shade Queen?
You mean besides the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things that are on our channel? And yes, we will do season 3 when it comes out. All of the shows that we have reacted to previously, like Punisher and Stranger Things and Westworld and
Jessica Jones.
Well, we're not doing Jessica Jones.
No. I mean, like never mind.
I'm saying that we're going to react to all the shows that we've done in the past, with the exception of Jessica Jones. That's the only one that's not going to continue.
Yeah, I couldn't get into the 2nd season. I tried to. And Nikki, if you were sad about the horses during Game of Thrones, behind there is true mastery of the riders. Remember the battle of the bastards, full gallop, and a perfect stop just in front of each other. I know. I need to remember that it's not real. That no one would ever let the actual horses be hurt. I used to have horses. They're just like big dogs. They just want to be loved.
It's the idea of the thought, of it actually happening. Rick and Morty. We did some research on Rick and Morty. I don't know if that's our jam.
Thank you, Matt.
To be honest, that's just
And then thank you, Heather Feather. And then Jordan Drake. Is there a plot line you wish went differently? And thank you, Kim. And hold on, what? So hold on, Jordan Drake. Is there a plot line you wish went differently?
I'm not going to question anything. Yeah, actually.
What?
Yeah, I think the whole plot line with Marine. I kind of thought they were there too long. I felt like that storyline played out. It was too drawn out. If I had to pick anything, it probably would have been that.
Mm-hmm. And then Alex T.
Or the Red Viper actually winning the fight and continuing on this show, because that dude was super dope.
What, Ober?
Yeah.
Oh, was it the Red Viper?
Yeah, what did I say? The Red Viper.
Yeah. Anyways, Alex T, love your reactions, guys. I'm going to rewatch the reaction where Nikki says John is a Baratheon made my day. Hey! Dang it! I'm allowed to make mistakes.
I just love the fact that after Nikki had figured it out, my response was, John's a Baratheon?
Yeah.
It's like, no, stupid. Yeah,
Steven
were you not paying attention? Well, you said it first.
Oh, did I?
You said it right away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You said it immediately, but then...
Well, only because of his dark hair. That was like the first thing, and then I looked down at my notes, and I'm like, oh, you're stupid.
Right, but you corrected yourself quickly, and then we discussed it. Yeah. And then after our discussion, I was like, John's a Baratheon. Like, I was the one who made the dumb Baratheon comment.
Okay. And then thank you, Kim. Westerosi Rhapsody is a music video on YouTube for Game of Thrones. So good.
That's at the top of our list.
Yes. Oh, wait, missed another.
Wait, I have a challenge to you guys, all of you out there. I want you to compile some of the dumbest things that you don't have to do it for Nikki, because she doesn't say that many dumb things. I do say a lot. I say a lot of the dumb things, but try to compile a fun list of all the dumb things that we have said in the 7 seasons.
No, I don't want to do that. You know what? I want to see a compilation of all the times I've cried.
That would be fun.
That's what I want to see.
By the way,
yes, I know no real animals were killed in the making of anything.
By the way, I don't know if you guys are on our Twitter, but one of our subscribers sent us this.
Dan also has one as his Twitter picture.
That is pretty amazing. And then Nikki got one too. Some pretty phenomenal Photoshop work. Yep. Great job on that. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, Alison, a compilation of every time Nikki said no. No! Lady Olenna is a White Walker. That'd be dope. I'd love to see that.
Did we ever see her officially die?
No.
If you ain't see him die.
My devotion, thank you. What else do you think Tyrion might have said with his sister in their private chat?
I think it boils down to he made some kind of deal.
Yeah, or when Nikki says, fuck no. Oh, that's right.
You don't hide those.
I don't know why they're not.
Because it has a bad word.
Because it has a bad word in it.
YouTube,
they didn't burn her body. They didn't burn her body.
Oh, yeah. We don't know if she's dead. What if she was immune to the poison that she drank?
No, Lady Olenna is the Night Queen. That would be badass. I agree.
It was me.
Yeah, it was me.
She was such a G.
Yes.
Absolute amazing character. And if she did die like that, then out like a boss.
Jack says, who are both of your favorite characters of the Great Work? I mean, it's John and Dany at the moment because the show makes you want it to be John and Dany.
I mean, John.
White Walker Hodor.
Oh, that's scary.
I mean, he was trying to hold the door.
Yeah. I mean, John's got that plot armor on real thick, and I see that, and I appreciate that, and I get it. But he's still my dog. He's still my guy. Jon Snow, forever Jon Snow.
It's Aegon.
No, his name's Jon Snow.
His name's Aegon.
He was raised by Ned Stark, who named him John. His name is John.
Just because you go by something doesn't mean that that's what's on your birth certificate.
They didn't have birth certificates.
I know. I'm just
Actually,
saying.
they might have. It could have been written on a scroll.
It could have. Yeah, it could be. It could be in the. Well, no, because there was no maester.
Was he the sixth of his name?
Was there a maester there when
Sure.
Lyanna was giving birth?
Is there? What is he? The sixth of his name? Is that what it is?
I think sixth.
He's the sixth Aegon.
To Sarah, thank you. Do you guys heard of Azor Ahai? We talked about that earlier. And then P.S. HBK equals GOAT.
I'm going to assume you're talking about
Heartbreak
Shawn
Kid?
Michaels.
Yeah.
And yeah,
greatest of all time.
He is the greatest of all time.
He is
I'm very, 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 very disappointed that he decided to come back for that awful show that WWE did. But it is what it is. He probably made a shit ton of money for it.
Rhaegar. Name my son's Aegon until we finally get it right.
When are we going to start Breaking Bad? Let me pull up our calendar. We're probably going to start it.
I have never. What does it say? Hold on.
After Thanksgiving, probably the last week in November, we'll start. We'll probably start off kind of slow, 2 episodes at a time. Because we're going to do other
that's
content.
so nice. Something seems off. I have never in my life seen such a civilized YouTube chat. Amazing fan base. We do have an amazing fan base.
We have the best.
For the most part, I mean, there's bad apples here and there. That's with anything. For the most part, I would say 99.9% of all of the people that comment or talk or subscribe or whatever are freaking awesome.
The best of, like, it's part of the reason why
you guys are the best. Like, literally.
Someone made a funny comment somewhere. It might have been off of, I don't know how many of you caught the screen grab that was immediately posted for this live stream or not. But YouTube doing YouTube things. Basically posted, like, it just took a shot of me setting up the stream, and I'm like sitting here with my shirt off, and I'm like looking like this as I'm like setting things
up. And somebody said, "Oh, it looks like Nikki broke up with you."
But
I ain't going nowhere.
Like, I wouldn't have created this schedule of this. Like, I'd be honest, like, my schedule is insane, and I love it. Like, it's just in me to work hard and bust my ass, and it's the only way this is ever going to be successful. There is no way in hell I would be doing this the way I do it if it wasn't for all of you out there. I mean, I
love interacting with you guys. I miss it so much.
It's just one of those things where it motivates me, and, like, yes, this is a lot of fun, but at this level and as much stuff and content as we've put out, and these reaction videos are hard as hell to edit. I don't know if people understand that. It's hard work, and there's no way I would bust my butt if you guys weren't as appreciative and enjoy what we do so much. And so, like, it's a huge thank you to you guys, because, you know, Game of Thrones, you guys could have immediately rejected us and be like, "Oh, these two are stupid. Oh, they don't know what they're doing or what they're talking about." Like, but instead it went in the other direction, and it boomed, and you guys accepted us.
Everybody was so nice and accepting and, you know, willing to offer constructive criticism instead of just, you're stupid.
Right.
You got it wrong.
Those existed.
You're an idiot. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I got into a couple of different discussions with people about negative comments, and, like, I had to take a step back, and it really did shine a light about how many amazing comments and how many amazing subscribers we have.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just have an off day where it's like the littlest thing could be like,
it just triggered me.
Nikki overreacts, and it's like, oh, what?
Yeah.
What? That's so fucked up. Then it's like, oh my God, dude, that's your opinion. That's okay. That's okay. Yeah. That's fine. Why did that bother me? I don't even know. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those things where we've been doing this kind of now for 2 years. you learn to grow. Like, I got thick skin as it is. I mean, just in life.
Yeah, Nikki overreacts on a reaction channel.
And I feel like I've grown a really thick skin for online stuff too, because that's even worse than like most of the time people won't walk up to your face and be like, you suck. But like, it's real easy to type it on here and be like, you suck.
Honestly, I would rather have you say it to my face.
Yeah.
I would rather.
But
I would like.
It's a lot easier to say nasty stuff behind a keyboard. So like, you got to really build some different levels of thick skin. Like, it's different. And I feel like I've grown on that a lot. And I was just having one of those days where I had to like fight back.
Yeah, if you ever get like something snarky from us, please don't take it personal. It's just like maybe you can never tell tone via text. That's the thing. I can't tell if you're joking unless you put an LOL or a happy face or something silly like.
But don't be like, you suck, LOL. Like,
no, that's stupid. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't work.
But yeah, like
Ray Anthony, I subscribed when Nikki cried about Shiva.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
Not talking about it. Yeah, so, you know, and one thing it's so hard for me. I need to be more responsible about it, but I love getting into those debates with people about certain things. Yeah. It is just in me to debate things.
Trace Cartwright.
And it's like,
you suck. Yes.
But it's just one of those things where
now everybody
I have to be more responsible.
You suck, LOL.
I love
Why
you
you
guys.
tell them that?
I love you guys so much. You're the best. Seriously.
You guys suck at sucking. Yeah, well.
All right. We're gonna start wrapping this thing up.
Yeah, we got
like 90 minutes in. We got some kids stuff to handle. But yeah, this was absolutely a blast.
Yes, the heckler from Happy Gilmore. You suck.
If you got any more other Morales, that was a good one.
Morales.
The Morales thing, that's
when everybody finally found out I wear pajamas on bottom when I'm watching anything.
That was one of my more favorite moments, one of my favorite rants and arguments that I got into in my life. That was way before we grew to where we are now. But yeah. Anything else?
Will you do more live Q&A? Absolutely.
I think we're going to try to do them fairly often.
I found you because of Morales.
Oh, you found us because of Morales.
That's awesome.
That was a great moment. Yeah, we're going to try to do a lot more live streams because we love interacting. And like I said, we're going to be doing some Breaking Bad stuff. So keep your eyes open for that. Does anyone know?
That's the other thing. Now we can finally watch other reactions to Game of Thrones.
Exactly. Is there an official rumor time or day about this Game of Thrones season 8 official trailer? Is it still coming out this weekend? Do you guys know? Try to jump into the chat real quick before we bounce out of here. Because we're basically going to be on call, but it's a really busy weekend.
Somebody wants a Jon Snow before they go.
Jon Snow, my guy, forever.
D Dynasty 19.
Jon Snow.
Did you see the promo photo for season 8?
Yes. You didn't, did you?
No, I didn't. Am I late? A little bit.
Yeah,
a little late. But this will all be loaded onto YouTube. Yes. Don't worry. The accent, though. Well, is it an accent?
What?
Is it
my Jon Snow accent? That's not an accent.
Altered Carbon. I have that on our list somewhere. Don't change. You were both. Don't change. You both in this channel are perfect. Love everything that's happening. Thank you.
What was it was a cover of a magazine. Which magazine was it on? Oh, this. And you guys talking about this photo?
Oh.
The two of them together.
They're so hot. John and Danny, they're so hot right now. Yes, Black Mirror. We're still doing Black Mirror.
Yes,
we're still doing it. We had some issues with the fires.
Yeah, we lost cable and internet for like 2 days.
Which is like thankful that that's the only thing that we lost.
The fire.
There are some folks lost everything.
The fire came really close to us, and then the wind blew it to my parents' house, which is fine. But we lost power and internet, and we couldn't stick on the Black Mirror schedule because obviously we had more important things to deal with.
We didn't have any cable to watch it. We didn't have any internet to upload it.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna watch tonight and upload Sunday morning. That's the schedule. That's the plan.
We were not affected by the fires.
Yeah, we're good.
There was some smoke, but like nothing.
Couple scares.
Literally, that's it.
Yeah. So hopefully all the people who have a home left are back home, and everyone who did lose a home
is getting help.
Yeah,
or is okay.
Our hearts go out to them
for
sure, because that was insane. That was absolutely insane the way that all
Savage happened. YT. Steven, are you going to reply to me in this year? Did you send him a message or something?
What do you want me to reply to? We get a lot of messages.
Does it ever rain in LA? Not a lot.
Not enough.
There was one year when it rained a ton, and like we had some like sinkage with our garage, but like that's about as far.
Here and there, a little bit here and there. I mean, during the winter months, it will rain a little bit, but no, we don't get a lot.
You need to watch Talking Thrones on YouTube. Will do.
That exists?
I don't know.
Oh, that sounds cool. So no thoughts on the trailer? No one has any.
Yeah, somebody said something about the trailer. Somebody said that it was out.
No, that was basically the announcement. That wasn't the trailer. It showed off old footage from previous seasons to announce that it's coming in April.
I need glasses. Can you please reply to me that you can watch Arrow or Flash? I'm not sure if that's on the list.
I'll put
that on the list.
We actually haven't gotten any requests for those. So
what is it? Arrow and Flash.
Yeah, there's CW shows, I believe, which cause problems.
Oh yeah, CW doesn't like reactors.
Will we react to the Game of Thrones prequel? Yeah, 100%, without question.
Also, watch Jon Snow is invited to a dinner party.
It's on the list.
Like I can't even. And American Gods. I want to watch American Gods.
American Gods is on the list.
I really like. I forgot my train of thought. Shit. What was I gonna say?
So no speculation as to when the 100. That I don't think we're gonna. We're not gonna touch that.
I can now no longer say just Jon Snow. Now it has to be Jon Snow all the time. I sound like I'm from Minnesota or one of the Dakotas.
We saw reactors having lots and lots of issues with the 100. So yeah, we don't want to touch.
We don't want any strikes. We don't want any claims.
We know Breaking Bad has been dangerous in the past, but again, I did my homework and I did my due diligence on that. So,
Steven, will you be getting a Warhammer to go with your swords? That would be dope. And I forgot to go to the post office before we started this. I should have did that.
Black Sails is on the list for sure. Vikings put up a hell of a fight. I'm not gonna lie. Like Breaking Bad got like 50% of the votes, and Vikings got like 35%.
And I've already watched 13 Reasons Why, and it did affect me.
Yeah,
I think any parent should watch that show
for sure. That's insane.
I mean, it just opens your eyes to the things that you don't think that could possibly be happening in your child's life.
We're not going to be watching Daredevil. We watched all the Frank Castle scenes from Daredevil, and we just didn't get a vibe. I know that season 3 of Daredevil has been amazing. I've heard what people are saying about it, that it's just great. But Daredevil, we didn't get a vibe from him that he was kind of our jam,
Yeah.
So, and we watched all the scenes from Frank Castle from season 2.
React to Nikki and Steven react. React to our own videos.
That'd be fun.
Oh God, watching me cry for the red wedding.
I'll make a compilation video of Nikki crying and we'll react to that.
Okay. Will you do live?
You totally knew that the red wedding was going to happen.
Yeah.
You totally knew. People said that to us. A lot of people said that. Not a lot. There were a handful of people who said that to us. Jerks.
Will we do a live P.O. box? Wait, will you do live opening of P.O. boxes? I want to send something fun from Game of Thrones. Yes. We still have the P.O. box open. It's P.O. Box 2196.
It's in the link.
Simi Valley, California 91363.
Down below.
I think.
Fear the Walking Dead. What about it? We're not huge fans of Fear.
Well, I mean, it started to get a little good, and then
it
just kind of like, then it was kind of predictable, and I was like...
True Detective, we watched. I believe we actually watched season 1 of that. Woody Harrelson was in it, right?
True Detective? Yeah, we watched the first...
Yeah, we watched the first season of...
Yeah, well,
at least like the first 5 or 6.
I don't think we got through the first whole season.
I think we got like 5 or 6 episodes in.
Yeah, and then somebody said that we didn't reply about Vikings, and it's like, well, Vikings doesn't ever win the the vote.
Yeah,
I mean,
Vikings,
I would love to watch Vikings.
Vikings is going to get watched.
Yeah.
I promise. There's absolutely no question about that.
Peaky Booking Blinders.
Yeah.
You don't, in my real life, I have people like, oh my God, you haven't seen Peaky Blinders? Why? Yeah.
It's on the list. It's high on the list for sure. So, all right, guys, keep your eyes open for that Game of Thrones trailer. We are going to be on call for that and try to get it up and done as quickly as possible. But again, busy weekend. And Fridays, For the Throne Fridays, it's going to be the day that we're posting our fun Game of Thrones content. Don't forget. And we're going to take like a week off from our premium show.
All right, Bill, that was not nice, man. That's not nice.
Today is what, the 16th? So we'll probably start it on the 27th.
Savage, Valar Morghulis.
Yeah, Breaking Bad will probably start on the 27th. Probably be on like a Tuesday, Thursday type of schedule. We'll see for now, but that could always tweak and change. What was that?
Oh, Eric. Put to Ireland fun. First tease, no footage, episode, or season 6, Hall of Faces style. Season 8 in the next 4 weeks. Proper trailer with actual footage, February 2019.
Cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric.
Good to know. Yeah,
and yes, things will be going into a Ireland fund.
That would be Are you
going to react to Black Mirror?
Yes.
Yes.
It's coming out on Sunday, episode 2, Sunday, for Black Mirror. Keep your eyes open for that as well. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Jenny. Yay for Vikings. I will bring the sacrifice for the viewing. Sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, so follow us on social media at Nikki Steve React. There's no N on our social media handles just because it was too long for Twitter, so everything's just Nikki Steve React. Go find us on Twitter, go have chats with us, go interact with us, go find us on Instagram. And anything else?
God, all right, now the trolls are really coming out.
Anything else?
No.
All right, guys. That will do it for this stream. Thank you all for everyone who joined us. And yeah, we're going to be posting Game of Thrones content. That's going to continue. We're going to start Breaking Bad. We're going to have all kinds of fun stuff going forward. This ain't ending. We ain't slowing down. So just keep your eyes open, and we will catch you guys later. Have a good one. Bye.